Hi, welcome to the British English Hub. I'm Paul. Today I'm going to talk about constructing sentences with noun clauses. Really important. It makes your sentence look a lot tidier, a lot more professional, a lot more academic and formalized as well. It's a really good video to construct sentences that really look the business, and I'm going to show you how to do that step by step. So first of all, it results in much stronger sentences. So basically it really improves your academic English. So what we say about nouns is really important. Normally, to start with a noun means that you're placing the emphasis on that particular concept. The noun is always, the noun is, to start with a noun is always the best way to start a sentence. It's where the emphasis lies. Really important. So, the thing about a lot of students is that they are obsessed with this word people. It's untidy. Now, you can say that in normal spoken language. People who study regularly usually achieve better results. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that sentence. But when you're trying to write academically or for an essay, for example, you need to tidy that sentence up. Now, that word people is really redundant. It's unnecessary. You don't need it. The main emphasis lies in what I've highlighted in red, studying regularly. That is where the emphasis lies, and that's where you need to start. So, as I've nominalized this sentence, nominalize means putting a noun at the beginning to make it start with a noun. Regular study habits often lead to better academic performances. Now, that is a tidier sentence because I have omitted that word people, and it normally happens a lot with second language students being obsessed with these agents like people or companies or whatever. Okay, you don't actually need them because they're actually redundant. So here's one with companies. Companies that invest insufficient resources in sustainable technology often struggle to reduce pollution. Again, we know about companies. It's obvious that it's companies that create this. So we don't actually need to state the obvious to make the sentence a lot tidier. So I've got the nominalized sentence below, the more academic sentence down below. So I've taken that word companies out and I've replaced it with insufficient investment. Now notice in the first sentence I used the verb invest insufficient. I've changed that verb to a noun. I've converted it to a noun. So now we have insufficient investment in sustainable technology often hinders pollution. Hinders a nice word because, again, it's a replacement word for reduce to make it a little bit nicer, academic in register. So let's look at another example. People who use social media excessively may experience mental health problems. We know that's general consensus among people that really are critical of social media, especially in relation to younger people. So again, we've got rid of that word people, like we have company, and we start with excessive. What we're using in the beginning, in the first sentence, is excessively. We're using the adverb of manner. An adverb of manner is a adjective plus ly as a suffix at the end. So we're taking that ly away and we're just using the adjective, not the adverb. Excessive social media use may contribute to mental health problems. So you've got to alter the sentence a little bit. I've added that word contribute, it's a nice word. And now there's a kind of academic register to the sentence, starting off with the noun phrase. So, again, I've used that word students now. Again, like people or companies, it's an agent. We can eliminate that agent, get rid of it. Students who fail to manage their time effectively often miss deadlines. Okay, poor time management often results in missed deadlines. That's the replacement. Students is kind of redundant. You can, if you want to actually stress that this is a problem caused by students, you can say poor time management caused by students or by students often results in missed deadlines. And that way you're emphasizing poor time management because it goes at the subject of your sentence. So therefore you can add in students after by students or caused by students afterwards, but the emphasis still remains with poor time management. And again, it's a tidier sentence generally. Again, now the agent is governments that spend more money on education, usually improve economic growth. Now again, redundant. The word government is kind of redundant. If you look at the second sentence here, increase government expenditure. So we've actually put in the word government, but we've kind of started off with increased government expenditure, which is the noun phrase, rather than having government on its own. On education often promotes economic growth. So promotes instead of improves. Again, it depends on what kind of synonym you can use. So, I mean, you can use the word improve, but sometimes it's nicer to find a more academic word, and it enriches your written language. And again, here are kind of a slight outlay on how we use noun phrases. We've got the clause part, which I've highlighted in blue, and then the noun phrase I've highlighted in red. So we've got people who exercise regularly. We start the sentence with regular exercise can amount to. Students who manage their time well. Again, get rid of that word students. Effective time management by students, for example. And companies that invest in research. Again, investment in research. You don't even need the word companies because it is kind of redundant. Investment kind of infers companies. So, you know, be aware of that. You know, sometimes you don't need to use these words. And when you don't need to use a word, it becomes redundant. So why don't you try one yourself? There you go. People who smoke heavily often develop health problems. We got that word people in there. How would you nominalize that sentence? Make it more academic, starting with a noun clause. Let's look at the answer. Please freeze this video before you actually see the answer. And here is the answer. Heavy smoking often leads to health problems. Hope you got that right. Thank you very much for watching. Hope that's helped. Please subscribe to the channel. Please smash a like and write a comment if need be. We take your feedback seriously and it helps us create better content in the future. Thank you so much. Until next time. Take care. Bye for now.